BTS news. The world is again rocked by the latest news coming from the iconic group BTS. Amid the atmosphere that began to miss the members who were serving in the army, a surprising news slowly surfaced touching on something that had been only a rumor among the army: the mysterious relationship between Jungkook and Park Jimin. Is there really a love that has been hidden? And what is the surprising fact that ends up revealing the dynamics of both? It all started with a brief conversation that was accidentally recorded by one of the staff who worked behind the scenes documenting BTS's activities before the military service. In the video, Jimin's voice is clearly heard saying, "I wanted to say this earlier, but I was afraid it would change everything." The phrase immediately caught the attention of fans, especially when Jungkook, in a low but clear voice, replied, "You know, my feelings haven't changed since that day either." The video immediately spread like wildfire in the dry season, inviting a variety of interpretations, speculation, and emotional support from millions of soldiers around the world. The tape marked the beginning of what is now referred to as the unfolding story of Jimin and Jungkook. However, more than just an ambiguous sentence, the emergence of various evidence and confessions from close people corroborate the allegation that the relationship between the two BTS members is not just an ordinary friendship. Over the years, they have indeed been known to be very close, often showing undeniable warmth. Small hugs, long looks on stage, and meaningful body language are all part of their story. In old interviews, Jungkook once referred to Jimin as someone who means a lot to him. She said, "Jimin Hyung is the only person who always knows when I'm nervous, sad, or angry before I even realize it myself." For many fans, this is not only a sign of a sister's admiration for her brother, but a sign of a very deep emotional bond. Meanwhile, Jimin, on many occasions, also did not hesitate to show his attention to Jungkook. He is often the first to calm Jungkook when he is nervous, and the only one who knows how to make the magne laugh when the day is tough. But all this time it was only considered a usual bromance in the K-pop world, until finally there was one moment that changed everything. A few days after the video went viral, a former BTS stylist who now works in the independent fashion industry revealed that he witnessed an emotional moment between Jimin and Jungkook in the dressing room, after intensive rehearsals ahead of a concert in America. Jimin looks very emotional. She cried and Jungkook hugged her tightly. They didn't say much, but it was a hug, too deep to be called just friendship. This statement further reinforced the suspicion of many fans that between Jimin and Jungkook there really is something more than just friendship. Moreover, some army observants see that there is the same ring worn by both of them on various occasions. Although it was denied by the agency as coincidence, loyal fans were not easily convinced. Furthermore, when BTS announced their break before each member went into military service, it was obvious that Jimin and Jungkook's breakup was the most emotional. In the video documenting their separation, Jimin was seen holding back tears while hugging Jungkook. "Take good care of yourself. I'll wait," Jim whispered quietly. The phrase was accidentally recorded on a microphone, and many fans caught the meaning of it more than just a friend's wish. What is surprising is that, during the military period that they lived separately, they still sent each other messages full of meaning. One of the contents of Jungkook's letter that was accidentally leaked to the public mentions Jimin's name very personally. "I hope you're still thinking about the window in that hotel room, where we first got serious about us." The sentence shook ARMY's emotions and made many ask, what exactly is going on behind the scenes of their relationship? Along with the heated public discussion about their closeness, observers also appeared who voiced various opinions. Some relationship psychology experts claim that the dynamic between Jungkook and Jimin shows characteristics of a deeper emotional connection than a typical coworker relationship. Emotional closeness, consistency in caring for each other, as well as expression of emotions that are not limited by strict masculinity norms are signs of a genuine bond of love, whether it is romantic or not. said Professor Han Yujin of Seoul University. However, not everyone is welcoming with open arms. Some conservatives considered that the alleged romantic relationship between the members would disrupt BTS's image, which has been highly guarded. However, many fans expressed their full support. They revealed that whatever the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook, it is a part of their personal lives that deserves respect and support. We are not supporting them because of their relationship, but because of their sincere love, a Brazilian army official wrote on Twitter as this news grew. There was one moment that really strengthened the confidence of many. The shocking statement of one of the other BTS members, who was not named, in an off-the-record interview. They do have feelings that they have never expressed to the public, but they always maintain professionalism and keep it all to themselves. What they got, it's real. That statement makes it all feel so close. All speculations, fan theories, to long narratives about a possible pent-up love finally got one bright spot. Not all relationships have to end with public recognition, but the truth that is now beginning to be seen is slowly warming the hearts of fans, who so far could only guess. Now, with BTS members reuniting after their mandatory military service, many ARMY members are hoping that Jimin and Jungkook can find the right moment to talk honestly about everything they have saved. Not a few are waiting for whether they will give a big surprise after all this, whether in the form of joint work, collaborative projects, or even an honest statement that has been delayed. Jimin and Jungkook's relationship is not just a hot topic, but an emotional narrative that touches many hearts. In the midst of a world full of pressure and public expectations, both show that intimacy, care, and love in any form are the purest and undeniable things. And if love is truly pent up, it may be time to let it flow to the surface, whatever its form, whatever its end. ARMY, as always, will remain there. Witness, support, and love that as the shadows of the past begin to weave a common thread between moments once taken for granted. Fans are now looking back on Jimin and Jungkook's interactions with a different point of view. An old video from the concert, Love Yourself, Speak Yourself, for example, is again sticking to the surface. In one of the backstage moments, Jimin was seen tying Jungkook's shoelaces while joking. But in the seconds that followed, there was a moment of silence as the two stared at each other, eyes that spoke deeper than words, as if harboring a story that had never been told. Even in BTS songs, now the ARMY is starting to explore hidden meanings that may describe pent-up feelings between them. The song Still With You, written and sung by Jungkook, is full of lyrics with nuances of longing, loneliness, and longing for a person he cannot embrace freely. Many speculate that the song is a form of expression of feelings to someone who is close but cannot be owned openly. So it is with Jimin's Promise, a song that emotionally addresses long-held promises and longings, like a form of love that is kept from hurting anyone. Behind the scenes, BTS members are known to have a very close bond with each other. But Jimin and Jungkook's bond is often more intense. Even in the documentary Break the Silence, when the members talk about hard times, only Jimin and Jungkook look really comfortable sharing a long, wordless hug. A silence that is not because it is rigid, but because it is full of understanding. One of the most memorable moments for fans happened on Jimin's birthday in 2021. Jungkook gave a personal surprise that was not announced to any media. Only through a short Instagram story clip showing a piece of cake and someone's arm with a tattoo belonging to Jungkook, the ARMY immediately associated it. But what makes this moment so special is not only the surprise, but the caption written by Jimin a few hours later. "Thank you for always remembering the part of me that even I myself often forget."